I've been trying to figure out whether the plants that I'm looking at are dock or plantain. And I finally just watched several videos and I'm very excited that number one, I can tell the difference. And number two, that we happen to have both on our property. Plantain has lots of medicinal uses, particularly as a poultice for wounds or insect stings. And dock is highly nutritious. If you cook and saute or even eat fresh the younger leaves. And you could even make flour out of the seeds if you're patient enough. So here, the main difference that I've learned about the two plants are how to tell them apart, because they both have rather broad leaves as well as these stalks that grow up out of the middle of them with what they call the rosette pattern of leaves. However, the plantain, if you look at the leaves, go straight. The veins in the leaves just radiate out in a straight pattern like stripes. Whereas in the dock, you have one main vein that goes up the middle and lots of veins that kind of spiderweb out from the side with maybe a curlier leaf. So that's a dock, and this is a plantain. And plantains are both, there's lots of different varieties of each as well. So plantains come in either the broadleaf version, which you can see here, or the narrow leaf version, which you can see here. So again, notice that the veins go in kind of a striped pattern. They all have these kinds of seed pod stalks that come out of the middle. But your dock is going to have kind of a more thicker seed pod that comes off of it. And here's another look at another dock plant, this time without the big stalk in the middle. But again, you can see those big broad leaves with the main vein going up the center and kind of the spider webbing veins coming off and the curly edges. So we've got lots of dock over here. You can see the long spire just like in the plantain. Here's some smaller versions. And here's more plantain. So again, very similar spires to the dock, but it's the veins that go in a very straight pattern rather than in a webbed pattern that can kind of tell it apart. And the other thing, I don't know if it's just this land that I'm on or if it's in the case everywhere, but I'm also noticing that the plantain tends to be much smaller, whereas the dock can get quite huge. But yeah, so happy foraging.